Hello there. I'm Taylor Jackson. I am a wedding photographer from Canada. I have photographed over 1,000 weddings all around the world, and for a long time was sustaining between 60 and 70 weddings per year as a solo photographer studio. And that might sound completely crazy to you, but I promise you, if you have your outsourcing processes in place, you can scale a studio to that volume. If it's your first time seeing the channel, I have about 75 other full wedding days up on a variety of different cameras and systems, anything from Sony, Nikon, Canon, Fuji, no Pentax. Leica though, nothing wrong with Pentax or Olympus, I just haven't shot their cameras. I'm also very naturally introverted, so a lot of my coverage is pretty photojournalistic over the day, and I think that's why a lot of my couples hire me. They want somebody that fits the vibe of the day and will also create great work in an efficient way that doesn't take over the day. Welcome back to another full wedding day. I'm your host, Taylor Jackson. Today, we have the Sony A9 Mark III 35mm GM, as well as the Sony A7 IV over here with the 85mm f1.8. And these are kind of the lenses that I started my wedding photography career with 15 years ago. I had a 35mm lens and an 85mm lens, and I would get through every single day. And today the venue calls for this exact combo. Sometimes if you end up in a big church, you can need that Tamron 35 to 150 to really zoom around. But the venue we're shooting today is absolutely perfect for the 35-85 combo. So let's go take some pictures. Also today it is raining, which is a bit of an unfortunate situation. It does look like it's going to clear up, so I'm hopeful that is the case. We've spent a couple of weeks putting together this final plan, and our first look location is outside, and we don't really have an indoor option for a first look location. The venue we're shooting at, we're not allowed to be on site until 1:30 p.m., and the first look is scheduled for a little bit after 12 noon. So hopeful the sky clears and we're able to do some photos outside. I also have this Minolta point and shoot with me as well. That's fun, right? And I have a few rolls of film. You may or may not see those in this video though. And I should also mention that we're doing photography and video coverage today. Also, if you're interested in getting my full wedding day shot list, there is a link to it down below. Actually, I'll do better than that. So you get the shot list, you also get a small preset pack and a few other things in there as well. It was my birthday gift that I gave away last year, and you can have that. The link is in the description below. And if you are interested in taking wedding photography a little bit more seriously for this current month, I do have some monthly slots available for the membership website. Typically it is an annual only, so you have to sign up for the full year. It's a little bit more expensive, but if you just want to sign up for the month and see if it's for you and continue on, maybe go annual or just stay month to month, you're able to do that. The monthly option is available right now, and I think maybe there's 5 or 6 slots left. There's a limited number of them, and when they're gone, they're gone.
Microphone check, 1, 2. We're here at the Cambridge Mill Hotel Conference Center. Oh, it's flipped around. And we're on our way to the old Cambridge Mill, not for brunch, but to do a first look with the bride and groom. The groom of which I photographed his sister's wedding 7 years ago at the Thompson Hotel. And Taylor gave me that wedding because he was booked. And now we're on our way. How's this thing doing variable light? Oh, it's pretty good. I can see myself. That's great. Face tracks you. Can't get away from it. Wait, you see me still? Dang.
So good news. It's not raining. It's just sunny. So I'm hoping for a little bit of cloud because the spot we're going has no shade at all. And I would like to have some soft light and not just direct sun, harsh light. But we'll find out when we get over there together. Here we have Timothy Musa, drone pilot. Timothy Musa. He says his name is pronounced Musa for anyone meeting Tim for the first time.
Magic thinks it's Muzza.
That makes more sense.
I don't know.
I think Magic's right.
He's not Ukrainian. He's Polish.
What do you look for in a drone location?
People, as many people as possible. Want to make sure you get a bulk haircut going.
Cars,
expensive
buildings,
children,
trees
ducks.
with no leaves so that
Totally.
you can't collision detect them.
Watch it.
Pointed the microphone at the drone.
Nice.
Get that nat sound.
Well,
I missed it. It's gone now. That's not the right way. Where the light falls off.
Okay.
Come a little closer to me this way. Yeah. Maybe even closer.
Okay.
I'm gonna get you like basically all the way over here. That's good. Amazing. And if you want to look at the window there. And maybe just kind of adjust your cuffs.
Just like that, or?
Yeah, like that. Please. It's a cool detail shot. And all the images you're going to be seeing have one of my presets on them. If you are a member, if you grab one of those monthly membership slots, you will have access to my full preset pack, which is usually $89 on its own. But if you sign up for $40, you get access to it instantly, and you get to keep it as well. There's also a 100% money back guarantee. If you sign up, it's not for you, let me know. So I'll have you guys together and then just kind of rotate this way just a little bit. That's good.
And then I'm doing video today, Taylor's doing photos, so ignore this camera. This is the camera you want to look at.
I exist most of the time. Tim is
Somewhat here.
Tim is candid guy. Looks good. And if you want to look at each other and just smile for candid video moment.
So candid.
Thank you.
We interact like this
All the time at such a close distance too. Incredibly close.
This is how we had every conversation.
Also, this is pretty common that we pushed all the stuff that we didn't want in the photos out to the side, so sorry about the mess that we created.
So what you do with your hands? Yeah, one is pretend you're holding a tiny grape between your hands like that. Like this, thumb and...
And rotate a little more towards the window. Other way. That's good there. Beautiful.
Can you show just the earrings maybe? Maybe just doing them up. You want to turn that and just turn your chin towards the window here. And with two hands, you're just going to pretend like you're putting it in.
That was really like, yeah. She's like, yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, keep jiggling it around. Doing great.
Yeah, no problem.
And you can just smile at each other like it's happening and you're having a great day.
This is so natural.
So
We're
candid.
doing something legitimate right now. We never practiced dancing,
No.
so we're gonna wing that today. Yeah, we're gonna wing that.
All right. And photography and boutonnieres.
Nice. Yes. How's it feel? Lovely. Yeah.
She's like, involve me.
I know, right?
Involve me.
Oh, I have
Do you want to photo together? Maybe
ponytail.
jump in?
Yes. Yes.
All right. This looks great.
Okay. I got
this thing from this guy that came.
Every time I put it on, I disappear. Oh, we might be able to get a puddlegram. Oh, but unless they're guests. If they're guests, they're fair game here. You think it's Sam Hurd? No, that's me. Beautiful reflections. All right, confirm she is here, so keep looking this way. And I think she's gonna come up and she might just tap you on the shoulder and you guys can have a little moment, but she'll go slow. And if you're curious about the exact settings, I'm usually shooting wide open. There's also a number of full wedding day settings videos over on the members website and the weekly content if you want a little bit more visibility on what my actual settings look like all day long. Hello. Good, how about you? Is this us? Yeah, it looks like us.
2 ceremony, 3 o'clock cocktail, 4 o'clock orders.
Here we are, off to the chapel. I wonder if Tim's inside. Doesn't look like. That's okay. We'll see him again soon. All right, now we are into the copyrighted music playing over loudspeakers, voiceover portion of the ceremony. And everyone's arriving. So I guess I didn't really explain how I use an 85 and a 35 as 2 cameras. So I don't actually use a harness system, or I'm not using both of my cameras usually at the same time. I have one main camera, so in this case it's the 85mm lens, and during the ceremony I'll have my second camera off my shoulder just in case as a backup. But pretty much all the time, if I'm gonna say for every 100 photos that I take from my main camera, maybe I'm taking 2 or 3 from my secondary camera. That's how I operate. That doesn't have to be how you operate if you're very comfortable with 2 cameras on a harness system, or just using 2 cameras pretty much all day, or using something like the Tamron 35 to 150 or a 24 to 70 or the Canon 24 to 105. There are so many different ways you can photograph a wedding, and none of them are right or wrong. Actually, there are some wrong ways to do it. But as long as you're somewhat discreet, professionally dressed, and taking into consideration the experience of others, and you also do really great work, then you're probably doing it right and not wrong. Side note here, Marty, the officiant, actually married Lindsay and I, both here in Waterloo, Ontario, Canada, on a Taco Tuesday, and then the following Tuesday, also on a Taco Tuesday, on a beach in Mexico. Also, just a general shout out to all those jackets, because they're amazing. For ceremonies, I usually will position myself up front for just simply the processional. So coming down the aisle, I'll be up here and a little bit more in the way, and then as soon as everyone sits down, I get out of the way so that I'm not the fourth person standing at the front of the room. That would be a little bit awkward. And as you can see, I'm on my 35mm lens now because the aisle is so darn short here. And you can have a talk with your couples before. I know the venue staff do it at this venue, and they tell everyone to walk slowly. You're not part of the turbo team. Walk slowly. And usually they'll say to pause for a photo at a specific spot, and just make sure you kind of have some visibility on that so you're actually there and ready to get the shot, because if somebody pauses waiting for the photo and you're turned around getting something else, it's just kind of awkward. I also have one of the top buttons, that C2 button, set to APS-C crop mode, so if I ever do need to get a little bit more reach, either out of my 35mm lens or maybe a little bit more likely maybe out of my 85, that I'll want to get a slightly wider 85 shot, but then maybe I want to punch in. You're essentially just cropping in your camera when you do that, so you're saving yourself the time in post-production, and also if you're using a service like Imagen, which you should be using, and there's a link in the description for 1,500 free edits with them, rather than the usual 1,000 you get if you just go to their website. But that has absolutely revolutionized my editing in terms of timing and also in terms of consistency over the entire gallery. You can either build a profile off your preset, or you can use one of the talent profiles to get you started, but it really is an incredible tool for us as wedding photographers. And especially if you want to scale a volume studio, it is something that you will have to do. One of the benefits of having a really short aisle is that you can get pretty close and you can actually get shots like that on a 35, whereas usually I would be feeling a bit uncomfortable if I was that close, but in this case, you're only maybe like in front of 4 rows of people, which is really nice. In Canada, and I think in a lot of Europe and Australia, we do this thing where everybody signs the marriage license, and that's the thing we do during the ceremony. Now you know. I bet he's playing Angry Birds. And you're almost free of the voiceover copyright audio section. Here it is. Woohoo.
And now for your first kiss as husband and wife.
See you. Thanks, Tim. Back on voiceover, what's up? At this point, Tim goes and photographs details because candles and everything are going to be lit, and we're able to get those detail shots, as well as he is there as people start to arrive for cocktail hour, and he's getting just lots of candids. Tim also will get groups of people together to smile and face the camera, and just other things that if you were the couple that you might like to see in your wedding photos. Since we did most of the photos with the couple prior to the ceremony, we're just going to do family photos now, maybe a few with them. And it's a really windy and a little bit uncomfortable day, so we're going to do them inside to protect their experience on the day.
I think we're photo time.
Yes.
So I'm pretty much going to put you guys like right in the center where you were.
Cool.
And then we'll just put family around you and release them to cocktails, and then the two of you kind of right in the center here. Just kind of angle yourselves in a little bit and get as close together as you can. All right, and just have a look this way here for a couple seconds. And can you come in a little bit on the end there? Perfect. All right, and that's great. All right, looks perfect, everyone. Sorry, my camera's silent. It's a bit weird. That's. He's calm now. There we go. All right, everyone, have a look this way. All right. Awesome. All right, and just have a look at my camera for a moment here. Awesome. And one last one. Amazing. Awesome. Are there any other family? guys just out here for one or two? Awesome. And if you want to hold hands and walk back this way, give our friend Ethan a second.
Okay. Just look at each other as you guys walk.
You can just hold one hand and just like kind of be side by side, a little more casual. That's awesome. Perfect. Easy. All right. I think we can head inside, and you guys can either relax in the rental suite or join cocktail hour for a bit. So while an 85mm lens is great for candid stir at this part of the day, it is important to have your 35mm camera close to you because people will ask for photos of them in groups, and if you're on an 85, you have to be half football field away to get a group of 6 people. Doing photo video coverage, there are photography sections of the day and video sections of the day. I feel like cocktail hour is definitely, for the most part, a photography section of the day and not so much for video. Who's this guy? So these lights are bad, as you can see, so we just asked the venue during the first dance to turn them off. And now they'll turn them off and life is good, hopefully. Back to copyright music voiceover notes here. I'm using both cameras pretty much the same amount during the first dance because it is I know that a lot of my couples, you can ask them before, but most of my couples won't do, if it's a 4.5 minute song, they're not gonna do the full 4.5 minutes, they're gonna do like 1 minute and 20 seconds of it. So I do a lot of coverage very, very quickly in both photography and video. And typically at this point in the day, usually starting at about the ceremony, Tim becomes primary video, so he doesn't do photography other than maybe some cocktail hour coverage, and I am primarily on photography. This is because we work together a lot and I trust him. If it was my first time working with Tim ever, I would run this day as though I am both primary for photography as well as video, which is a thing you can do, and there's a course on the members website for that. Hybrid photo video coverage is one person, a little bit easier as a team of 2. But you can absolutely do it as one person, and a lot of the time you have to. And if you can do it, you're one, gonna book a lot of destination weddings because now they just have to bring one person, and 2, it's gonna translate to all your commercial work that you're gonna be doing photo video for so many commercial clients, and you become a lot more desirable overall. Back to the table.
All who helped make this special day come together. Everybody have your drink.
Perfect. And if you guys want to hold hands and walk out towards us, and same deal as before, just smile at each other and pretend we don't exist. So candid, so photojournalism. Amazing. Perfect. I think we'll just go up this so we don't have to do stairs.
Okay, now I feel like
No. Yeah, a few more steps kind of this way. And if you guys want to face each other and just get really close there.
Just face each other and get nice and close with your faces. Belly button to belly button. Perfect.
touch noses a bit more. More touching is nice.
Awesome.
More touching.
I think we're gonna do a few stairs, but we're gonna go down this bottom corner because it's very, very nice. And
Just creeping.
I might get a shot of them.
Yeah, walking down. You guys want to hold hands and walk down together?
Yeah, you can also just like pause on a step if it gets complex.
You want me where?
Probably right there.
Go for a twirl. Yeah. Twirl it up.
All right, we're coming down. You can stop.
Ladies,
Stop.
ladies.
Don't get dizzy.
Stepped under place. Oh
And you guys can just smile and face towards me here.
no. Yeah, just smile.
That looks so good. That's perfect. And you can smile and face towards me for the first one, and then.
Head off and try to what I'm like picturing this morning. Oh, hey, no. The 5 foot tall man. They sound so quick.
Yes.
Yeah.
The block in the wood.
No, we're going out of it. Alright. So I'll probably have you guys right where Tim's standing there. And you guys can face each other. The near kiss. Perfect. And if you want to just have a look over towards me here and just be happy with me. Perfect. And
Into the door?
into the door. Amazing.
Thank you.
And now into dancing. And I get to go to copyright music voiceover again. I put my flash on my camera, so usually I'll start with my flash on camera before deciding to move it off, or if I even need to. There is a new tiny little wireless trigger if you're using Godox. I forget what it's called, but it's very small, and I've been using that, and it's been great most of the time. As all Godox products do, they mostly work most of the time. So there's some troubleshooting every now and then, and sometimes things are just, they give you surprises, but that's technology. And there is very little light in the room. Usually there's, I don't know, strobe, or there's like some sort of consistent light. I feel like this makes a much better dance party, but it makes it a lot harder on me. But fortunately, the Sony A9 Mark III had no problem eye detecting. That was what that first example was, of people on the dance floor pretty much in darkness here. I spent about an hour at dancing, which is maybe unusual. Typically I'm there for about an hour of getting ready and then maybe 5 songs into dancing, and that's usually my window. Today, things ran a little bit faster for dinner, so got a little more dancing coverage. And it's always awesome when the dance floor just gets packed right off the start and stays like that until I left. I also have a full Flash course over on the members website as well, if you want to learn how to do some of these Flash strategies. It's pretty much all just playing around, having some fun, seeing what's working in the specific venue you're at. If there's lots of white surfaces and kind of stone like here, I'm able to just bounce my flash on camera. However, if I was here for another half hour, I probably would have went off camera and just tried some new stuff that I might not normally try on a wedding day and see if it works, see what doesn't work, and then carry that forward to the next weekend. But yeah, full Flash course. It just came out maybe 2 months ago over on the members website. And if you sign up for one of those $40 monthly slots, you get instant access to that as well as everything else that's on the site. For dancing coverage, I know there are some photographers that love to be out on the dance floor, and that's how they get the great party shots. I roam the edges. I'm that guy. Typically, I'll be on a 35 or maybe even wider, and I'll get close to the dance floor, but I'm definitely not one to be out there dancing. And I wish I could, but my brain, it will not let me, sadly. Womp womp. And at this point, I actually changed to manual focus. I set my focus point about maybe 2 meters away, and I think I was at something like f5.6. And I put my shutter speed somewhere around maybe a half a second, and my flash power to whatever was required to light people up. And then I just kind of move my camera, take the picture, flash goes off, move camera to get some fancy lights in there. And that's the end of my day at the wedding. Apparently the after party went until morning, so everyone had a nice time. And that's all. I'm Taylor Jackson. Lots of YouTube videos up on the channel. Full wedding days, behind the scenes. as well as a ton of content over the members website, my new flash course, as well as hybrid photo video wedding coverage. Get one of those monthly member slots while they're still available and check it out. Again, 100% money back guarantee if you get it. It's not for you. Send me an email, let me know. Send your money back. No problem. Bye.